You'll have a link where we can post this video and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do. Yeah, that's always the fun time after I'm done with the show.
Welcome to the Unlock Your Wealth Update. Here's Heather Wagenhals.
According to a Consumer Reports study, only 48% of people attempt to bargain for a better deal on the products and services they buy every day. Even though 89% of those individuals who said they did haggle were able to receive a discount at least once. What might surprise you even more is the things you can haggle over. Here are some tips that could help you go from cautious haggler to overachiever. First, haggle for appliances and electronics. If you missed the big box sale on that refrigerator, then one smart trick is to ask about floor models, returns, and overstocks. That's because store managers typically want this inventory sold immediately so they won't take up valuable space. Haggling tips on interest rates. Credit cards, auto loans, mortgages, and student debt all hurt us with their interest rates, but they don't have to hurt that bad if you negotiate down to an affordable rate. It helps to have a high credit score and good payment history. For more great resources to help you create unlimited wealth and happiness, visit our website at crackingyourmoneycode.com. I'm Heather Wagenhals. Now go out and unlock your wealth today.
Welcome to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program.
Raw and uncut, Jiggy Jag, you know how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it all the way live.
Broadcasting live from Hutchinson, Kansas.
Well, I'm sitting here with a linguist. I had no idea. I didn't know you were, but I didn't know that you were a wordsmith.
Call Jiggy right now. 267-22-JIGGY.
Hey Jiggy, what's happening, man? Reminds me of that David Bowie song. Jiggy play guitar, Jeff. It's a great name, man. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Presenting.
I'm Mike Massey, and you can catch me on Jiggy Jag TV and see a few of my trick shots there. Thank you very much.
Jiggy Jaguar.
I never knew what freedom was until I saw you lose yours.
Oh, happy day. This is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program today on AMFM247.com. Tune in, iTunes, Radio Loyalty, Stitcher, and of course, 50-plus AM/FM stations across the country and around the world. iHeartRadio as well. I always feel like Alex Jones when I say as well. I always want to do my Piers Morgan impression of Alex Jones. 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard, and of course 24/7 at JiggyJaguar.com. Our brand new free Droid app is available, JiggyJaguar.us. And our telephone number, 267-22-JIGGY. Special taping today for iHeartRadio if you're listening to us on the stream. And if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio, thank you. And apparently, what is this? I have this constant thing of revolving co-hosts. Today, apparently, Britannia is sitting in the co-host chair. Or are you just sitting there because you just wanted to sit at the desk?
I'm just sitting here because I wanted to sit at the desk.
Okay, well, then I won't use your camera any longer. I've got Adam Pena, my good buddy, with us today. And, sir, you have quite the... You do all sorts of things. The dead horse trauma thing the other night at the Needle.
It's been a busy weekend.
You are constantly busy, sir.
Always
So,
making moves. Always trying to do new things.
So, and you've been in the newspaper a couple times really recently.
Newspaper, the big... I don't know, man.
Now, tell me about the big announcement has happened or is going to happen. Professional wrestling. Yeah. There's been a rumor for a little bit that you and Signature Sound were going to get into the world of professional wrestling. Give me all the details on this, or as much details as you can give me.
Well, we've been always scouting different talent, It doesn't matter if it's a new band, if it's... You know how my partner works, if there's a way to make money off of it, we will be involved in it one way or another.
Yes.
And so... I've always liked wrestling, being a kid, it was always something we were interested in watching. And we've been kind of watching a few of them in Kansas. Some were great, some were not so good, and some should just stay in the backyard on the trampoline, maybe.
Yes.
But, I think we finally found one that we have been watching for some time now, and we felt comfortable moving forward to acquire this company.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a good partnership for us as well as for them. And I think some big things are going to be in the works.
This is pretty cool.
You know, SSE doesn't put their mark on just any product.
Yeah.
And every product we touch, it definitely goes gold. So I have a lot of faith that this is going to be the premier organization in Kansas.
Holy smokes! So, what is the details? Who is it? Where is this?
Well, the first show should be coming up in a couple months or so.
Yeah.
The organization itself is RWE. I'm sure
that's cool.
Any wrestling in Kansas has probably heard of them.
Yes.
And if they haven't, I suggest you look them up on Facebook because it's going to blow up.
Me and Bob Hunter went up and seen one of their shows.
Yeah,
it was very entertaining.
Me and the partner snuck out, and we've been scouting it. We were at Great Bend. That was pretty much the show that sold us on.
Yeah.
It. And
that was a combined RWE WWX thing.
Yeah. Both organizations have great talent. Nothing against WWX. I'm sure we're going to be working with them as well because they got some good guys. But we think that RWE is going to be the product that's going to kind of set the bar for any wrestling that's going to come to Kansas or is in Kansas now.
Well, one thing that I like about RWE is they have Kenny Zombie Jones on their roster.
Ah, yes.
And Zombie, of course, used to be when we were in Salina. He was the Sunday radio show co-host for a little bit, and people just hate Zombie for some reason. I don't know why. Cousin Chris from Jiggy Jag TV cannot stand him. So he always refers to him as that effing Zombie Jones. And apparently Burgess just showed up out of nowhere. Well, hi, Burgess. It's like the bat signal went up. He's doing a radio show.
The second
there's Burgess. Well, we were just talking about people that people love to hate, and then you walk in. But
Burgess may have been one of those people at some point.
That's right. Well, grab a microphone, sir. We were just talking about Signature Sound Entertainment and Mr. Adam Pena there acquiring a wrestling organization.
That's awesome.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
so this is you never know what the hell's gonna happen here. You just showed up out of nowhere. It's either gonna be you. It's Sunday, so it's either gonna be you, Kevin Sig, or Dutch. Yeah. One of the three walking through the door. Oh God.
That guy, he's something else. We don't get along very well.
Kevin.
Wow. Yeah, agreed. That guy's got a screw.
Kevin is quite entertaining. Now, we've got Adam Pena with us today in studio. It is a special edition for iHeartRadio today. And out of nowhere, Burgess Martin just shows up. He left his music stand the other day when he was here, so I think you're coming to pick that up. And you're like, I'll just crash the Sunday show.
Just around the corner.
We'll just do that. Now, you're not just doing professional wrestling, Pena. You got all your concerts and Concerts for Cause stuff, and we're doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, summer's coming up, so Concerts for the Cause is going to be popping up again. I don't think we have an open date at the Needle until June or July. So we're going to be pretty busy. I think I'm going to have to hire an assistant now to handle the music because main focus now is going towards RWE.
RWE.
We got to get that
You're
to
gonna
where
be
it's a nice, polished product. And
having the pro wrestling.
Yes.
That's
going to get you a midget match, man.
Yes. There's this midget somewhere, Pinky Short Tail or something. I want to wrestle a midget. I will do the job in the middle for a midget. I will flat out. And I think people would pay to watch me get beat up by a midget.
Yeah, easily.
Now, there's a rumor that the Mangler out of Wichita is looking... Who? Yes. Who? Is wanting to put together a boxing match between me and Kenny from the Lizards Lounge. So... I don't know. I don't think that'll happen because I just don't.
You're up to date on your medical insurance.
I don't guarantee you'll never get booked there ever again. No. So, now we're going to do this. We're going to take a quick time out, and when we come back, we will keep chatting with Adam Pena and apparently Burgess and my silent co-host, Brittany. She just wanted to sit at the desk. She doesn't want to be involved in the show. She just wants to sit at the desk. And there's a lot of news. There's a lot of people on the internet that are talking about this. And since it is the open door policy, and we've already proven that anybody at any time can show up, so we're going to take a 60-second timeout. When we come back, we have more coming up. Here is your Christopher Markowski Money Minute. And when we come back, we've got more with Adam Pena and Burgess here on the big program.
Money Minute. There's a debate that's going on, taking place within the GOP about Obamacare. You got some politicians out there that think it's absolute suicide to go out there and defund Obamacare, saying it's the law of the land and we can't do that while the president is in office. And it's going to be bad. And we cannot shut down the government. That's not a good idea. Don't shut down the government because it's going to make us look bad and we're going to lose seats. Again, I don't believe that ever abandoning one's principles is a good thing. All these wizards of smart Washington, D.C. seem to think that they can figure things out in a political manner. How has that been working out for the GOP? How has playing politics worked so far? All they do is cave, and all they do is lose. Watchdog on WallStreet.com.
Back to the Jiggy Jaguar radio show on the network.
We've got peanut allergies. We've got all sorts of things. Welcome back to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program. As you can see us on the old Ustream. We've got Adam Pena from Signature Sound Entertainment, Burgess Martin from Big City Sound, and Britannia from the co-host desk. She doesn't have a production company. I'll tell you, the way she ran Reno Ryan around the other night at the Needle, we might have to come up with a production name for her company, Pena. We might have to have Britannia start her own production company.
You got to make some money if you're
Well,
having
that
a
too.
production
That
company.
too.
Look, we got
Now,
some more guests now.
We have more people who have just arrived. Burgess, you might want to either scoot over or something, buddy, because it looks like we've got we've been invaded, literally.
Is this safe to sit on?
Yes. Mr. McMichaels.
I don't know. I wouldn't trust it.
I wouldn't trust it. Well, there's some stories we could tell, and they involve Burgess, but we won't do them here. So, okay, isn't this interesting? We this proves single-handedly that at any time, anywhere, anybody could show up through the front door of the studios here at KJAG Radio. Adam Pena was a booked guest today to talk about his big acquisition of RWE. Burgess shows up, who I've been talking with about potentially becoming the DJ / ring announcer for RWE, and then all of a sudden, oh, look here, we got the champion and Mr. McMichaels.
Face of RWE?
Yes.
Merrick McMichaels?
The big star.
Yes.
Forget about what you've heard.
No, you can, what you've heard is very true.
Okay.
What you've heard is true. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm here.
Yes, why are you here?
Well, you know, I have my ways of knowing things, and I heard that RWE was purchased by Signature Sound Entertainment.
Yes.
And
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
Because at the last show that we did, amazingly, after I made some criticisms of you in a Great Bend, I show up to Russell, and amazingly, my suit is missing, and it's like, oh. So I did the whole show in, like, jeans and a T-shirt.
Are you insinuating I stole your suit, Jiggy?
Allegedly.
I stole your suit.
Allegedly.
Do you have
Maybe.
any
No, I have no proof. It might be in my fanny pack, but no.
Yeah, check the fanny pack. Check the fanny pack inside the fanny pack.
Okay.
It was a high-quality suit, though.
Yes.
Goodwill Special?
Yes, very much so. It was the orange tag day when I bought it up there in Salina. All orange tags, 50% off, but go ahead.
Well, you know, I'm here today. I'm here to extend a peace offering here, an open hand to Mr. Pena and Signature Sound Entertainment. You've just purchased the RWE. I hope you realize what the status quo is in RWE. myself, Chris Vale, and the members of the Resistance, we run everything. And if you understand that, I think that we'll get along just fine.
That has been how things have been ran, and perhaps it'll remain that way. But, I think we're going to go through a little phase. We will evaluate all the talents. We will see where everybody stands, and then possibly make some changes from there.
No, you don't understand. We run everything. We have since day one.
You have.
And we continue to do so. Do you know who I am?
I've heard of you, yeah.
You've heard of me.
I've heard of you.
He's heard of me, Jake.
Yes.
Would you like to educate this man?
Well, at one point you were the commissioner of World Wrestling Express.
Still am.
Mm-hmm.
Then you managed...
wasn't that the interim commissioner?
Oh, yes. He was the interim commissioner.
Well, interim is a term that...
You've been a commissioner, a booker, a referee, all on the same show, which was amazing.
Yeah, I have many hats that I wear, Jig.
It's nice.
And then you have the champ there.
The crown jewel, Chris Vale, the
Yes.
RWE heavyweight champion, who will remain the RWE heavyweight champion when he takes out Christian Temple in the Test of 7 series. He's going to go up, 3 more you got? Yeah. And then we will say good riddance to Christian Temple in that. So you're going.
And then you have Flex Reed, who amazingly at the Russell show cashed in his rematch. You guys were sitting there at the play-by-play desk with me, and you're all of a sudden, let's go at ringside, and then whoop! 5 minutes later, all of a sudden he's got this belt. It's amazing.
That's how we roll, Jay. It's championship 24/7 when you're with Merrick McMichaels.
The chicanery in Russell that took place, and then Chris shows up for this battle royal, and in the middle, and right before the whole thing starts, he's like, I'm not doing this.
He was above the battle royal, Jay. On my instruction, he didn't want to be in it.
He didn't want to be in it.
No, absolutely not. Why would you need to win the WWX United States Championship
when you already have
the
RWE?
It's beneath them, Jay. Beneath them. And if Mr. Pena doesn't start to understand the status quo in RWE, he will be beneath us. And that's just the way it is.
It's interesting. Well, what's the series at right now? 1-1?
No, it is
2-1. 2-1. Okay, 2-1. And then after perhaps this next show could be 2-2.
We're gonna highly doubt that. We know what Temple's game plan is. We know how he operates. He just cannot get the job done.
But he has.
He has at least once, hadn't he?
Yeah. And may I say that was a
They didn't pull the Andre Magini routine, and he was just gone, and he had the belt.
That was a very interesting match. And in fact, in support of you as well as him, that was the match that made us make the move that we made. So yeah, I mean, I've seen your talent. You're great. You're good. But there's always somebody out there that could be better. So you always got to watch out for that. Always got to watch out for that.
I put my stamp on simply the best. And Chris Vale right now, as far as Kansas goes, is simply the best professional wrestler in the state of Kansas. I would argue the Midwest.
That is a very bold claim.
Now, Burgess, what do you think about all this? You're just sitting over there. You're just.
I'm the music guy.
You're just the music guy. You're just the guy that plays the 2 guitars at once. It's.
I read off weight stats. That's
You're a roller derby guy, though.
Yeah, Sergeant Smash, actually. Yeah, I'm a.
What do you think of roller derby? Do you think that's a sport, or?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
What's roller derby?
Okay.
I know
Okay.
what roller derby is.
We'll switch it back to you because that's. You're like Brittany's 6-year-old daughter. Every time she's in the room, we all have to focus on you. So I guess we'll both focus on you again.
For your microphone that says the Merrick McMichael Show.
I should get.
I'll come in and switch it out for you.
Have his own little mic going.
He should have his own little mic. That's right.
Like the Miz, but better.
Yes. The Miz, but better. So Pena, what do you? Where do you go now with this? Now that we've The cat's out of the bag, and
it's like I said, we're going to
the boys are back in town, apparently.
We're going to see where everybody stands. And as far as talent goes, we'll see who sticks around and who can be cut loose. I mean...
Yeah, because can't you release people now? Can't you?
Well,
just
you know...
Can't you pull the old Ross Long and just get out? Just get out?
Unless our attorneys tell us otherwise, I think SSE owns RWE in full. And that belt right there, we own that.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
And I almost dare to say, we own you.
Okay, no one owns Merrick McMichaels but Merrick McMichaels, and you're starting to piss me off just a little bit. You're just starting to tread the line here, and you know what? Wait, we're done. We're not going to do this. Jake, I appreciate your time.
Yes.
But, we need to speak to some attorneys. And, this isn't going to happen like this.
This ain't gonna.
No.
We'll see you around.
Yeah, he will. He will.
Okay, Adam. They go. Bang, gone.
See, Jiggy, this is what
this is always. It's always such a fun Sunday. Everybody always gets along.
They will come to realize that, you know, perhaps he will remain champ. You know, I'm not going to go and strip the man of the belt.
Yeah,
he earned it. Will he continue to keep it? If he continues to fight well, we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. You know, like I said, this is our first venture into something outside of what we do in the music industry. So I am very excited. Being a huge wrestling fan, I'm very excited to see where this goes and what's going to happen. And like I said, we wouldn't have got involved if we didn't believe this is something that we can turn into a very profitable business.
Well, we're going to do this. We're going to take a quick timeout. And when we come back, I guess we'll keep chatting about this. Yeah, do you have to call somebody, or is it? You guys don't have to worry about anything. They're the ones that are going to be calling people.
Yeah. When they figure out what they're going to do, they can contact us.
That's awesome. We're going to take a break. Be back with more here on the world famous KJAG Radio Show here on iHeartRadio.
This is Chris Markowski, your watchdog on Wall Street, and this is your watchdog on Wall Street Money Minute. The action in the markets, it reminded me when I go to on vacation with my family to Greece. My wife's family lives there, and I love to snorkel. And the water there is so beautiful, and it is so deep in the places that we go that you can be 30, 40 feet into the water, and it's bottomless. You can't see the bottom. And not because it's murky, it's because it's crystal clear, and it's just that deep. Looking for the bottom. Where is the bottom in these markets? Everybody wants to know, but nobody has an answer. So what I suggest is enjoy the water. Look for value, people. Look for where you're going to find things that are on sale. You're not going to guess the exact bottom, and you're most certainly not going to get out at the exact top. That's the key. Understand what your limitations are. WatchdogOnWallStreet.com.
24/7.
This is Chris Markowski, your watchdog on Wall Street, and this is your watchdog on Wall Street Money Minute. The question was posed by the socialist senator from the state of Vermont. Are we still a capitalistic democracy, or have we gone into an oligarchical form of society in which incredible economic and political power now rests with the billionaire class? This was the question Bernie Sanders posed to Janet Yellen at a hearing at Capitol Hill. Yellen said she'd prefer not to give labels, but she admitted to be very concerned about income inequality. Forget about income inequality. Take income inequality and put it aside. Put it aside. It's power inequality. It's the people in Washington, D.C. that rule over our lives, that are buddies with these billionaires. I mean, what difference does it make? Who do you think has to spend more money? Is it Warren Buffett or these politicians that collect over $4 trillion a year? You tell me. Watchdog on WallStreet.com.
24/7. 365, the number 2 internet radio program according to TalkStreamLive.com. This is the Jiggy Jaguar Radio Show.
Well. That was interesting. It is the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program. JiggyJaguar.us is the app if you want to download it and stream the show live and 24/7 replay. And of course, you just never know when we just might be on the air like we are today with iHeartRadio and Ad Pena from Signature Sound. Burgess has arrived, and then we just had Merrick come in, and then we just had him leave. So
yeah, they didn't stick around very long. I was kind of hoping to get to know them a little bit better, but I'm sure we'll be seeing each other a lot in the near future.
Now,
definitely handled that unexpected assault with it. Great. I mean, like an owner. Whatever you can tell, you're definitely an owner. And a good champion realizes he doesn't bite the hand that feeds him, so hopefully it'll work out good for us.
Sure it will.
He wants to stay champion.
Now, Burge, what else are you up to?
Well,
I guess since they're out of here, we'll all talk music. Because to think that the music industry is a lot safer than a lot more or less drama than the pro wrestling world.
I don't know. There's a lot of drama in the music industry.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Wherever an artist is usually some kind of drama.
So when's the next roller derby thing? When's that going?
We just had our scrimmage last Saturday, and we're having another scrimmage on March 19th, I think. And I got to find out when our co-eds, because the ones I'm not skating in, I'll be announcing, and so I got to find out what our co-ed schedule is. But the Central Kansas Roller Girls, which so far we're changing the name this year to Central Kansas Roller Derby, I believe. We've got 4 names that are just variations of that we've all voted on, and that one's I think is going to win. So we're going to go from CKRG Roller Girls to Roller Derby, so it'll be CKRD.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
How often do they have this? Just
we have several, once or twice a month.
Nice.
And we have a monthly scrimmage every month.
So I take it it's like a league setup. There's so many teams and.
Yeah, Salina's got the Salina Sirens. We got a team in Junction City, and ICT Roller Girls are pretty awesome. I went up to.
Yeah, because Travis Chadwick's wife or girlfriend is on the ICT Roller Girls.
Is that the team that they worked out of the Cotillion before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just had our Halloween mashup over in October up there, and we had 3 different teams, and a lot of them were comprised. Sometimes you'll have teams that are comprised of several teams. So like some girls from Nebraska will come down and they'll be on our team, or City and Salina girls will get with the Hutchison girls.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's all about the people that want to skate, because you have to have full rosters to skate, and sometimes some teams don't have full rosters, and so other teams, like we have WAR, which is the Wichita Air Roller or something, but the acronym is WAR. They're our sister team in Wichita, and we pay for our fees and our practices. We actually can attend their Wednesday practice in Wichita if we want to.
Oh, nice.
But
that's pretty cool.
We have teams that work together, so the girls just try to, and the girls and the guys that skate, just come together, and anybody who's available to skate, we skate together. And so it's a lot of fun. The mashups are pretty awesome.
So, is there going to be like a male league and a female league, or is it going to be the co-ed thing?
We're
or
the men's team this year. It's the first year that the guys are going to be on it, so we've only got 2 or 3 right now, and so we're doing the guys are going to be skating co-ed with the girls for our co-ed bouts, and hopefully we can get the guys team built up enough to. We might end up. Salina started a team this year for guys too, and word is they're going to be called the Spartans.
The Spartans.
Yeah. The Salina Spartans. But
that's pretty cool.
I think us Hutch guys and Salina are going to work together, so that way we have enough guys
full team
so we can out. Yeah. But
you should get into on that, Jiggy.
It's pretty awesome.
Can I wear my fanny pack when we do?
Well, I don't know.
They'd have to check it for illegal.
They would have to check it for illegal gimmicks.
It's a lot more athletic than you think, man. After my first couple weeks on skates doing practices, boy, I was beat.
Muscles hurting that you never knew could hurt
before. It felt like wrestling practice all over again. And that was after mopping the floor for the first couple practices.
Wow.
I mean, you got to skate like 27 laps in 5 minutes, be able to skate a lap in under 13 seconds.
Holy
be
cow.
able to stand on one foot for each foot for 30 seconds. I mean, you have to pass 2 tiers of tests before you can even be bout eligible.
Really? That's crazy, man.
So you've got you're doing the roller derby thing, and then you might become or a DJ for WWX.
Yeah, I'll be the guy in the background
with their whole thing.
Yep.
So you know what we could do, Pena? We could work it out to where he could do WWX, Twinkie could do RWE, and Signature Santa just run everybody.
Well, that's one thing we'll have to, I don't think RWE has a ring announcer yet or anything like that. So
Sam Wilk.
Sam Wilk.
I keep
Dude, he's a good announcer.
Yes.
And his brother's an awesome fighter.
Yes.
Well, yes. Sam did all the announcing for Mick.
For Mick.
Yeah.
He did that. He did that show at the last show that Mick did at the Memorial Hall, and he's like, he was telling me before he goes out, he's like, I don't want to wear my suit. These people don't deserve a suit.
Yeah, actually, I bartended a fighting event that Joe the Nose Wilkes, his brother, fought up at Grand Prairie, and Sam was the announcer.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, what Joe?
Joe was in Bellator for a little bit. He lost some chicanery on that last one because I think he beat the guy before, and they cut him, and then Dana White and our UFC had tried to get a hold of him, and they were like, well, we want you to be an announcer, but we don't want you to fight. They wanted him to do stuff for Fight Pass.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not doing anything unless I'm fighting.
He's not done fighting yet.
And so they, Dave Rickles did a show at Century 2, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. Dana White was filming his reality show because he was trying to find the opponent for CM Punk.
Right. That fight's never going to happen.
God knows if that's ever going to happen. And then he flew in and he offered Joe a deal. And he goes, well, we'll make you a commentator, but we'll give you 2 fights in the UFC. And then you're going to go off and do commentary stuff. Joe's like, fine. I just want to be able to fight in UFC.
Right.
So he's doing that. And then my buddy Sean Wheelock, who was working for Bellator, who they booted, was working for the Kansas Athletic Commission. They went ahead and hired him as Joe's partner on the play-by-play, so they're going to do the play-by-play on Fight Pass now. So, and then of course Sam is being a band husband with he's Morgan's tour manager or whatever they go. So it's not a. But yes, Sam. You could get Sam. You could get who else? Who else could we get? We get somebody on there. You guys will figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be
It's gonna be
I don't know if Twinkie would make a good ring announcer. He does trivia okay.
Yeah, he does trivia.
Trivia's awesome.
It was fun.
And the key to it really is enunciation and dictation and talking like this. So people understand. That's really the key. It doesn't matter how awesome you are or how smart you are. It matters how well you can communicate with it.
Well, dude, when I was doing the trivia at Smedley's there for a little bit, it was fun. I liked doing it, but there was some of these questions. Like I would have to wake up that day and go through the questions and get it down because I think the first 2 or 3 shows I did, I just showed up and went through the questions, and I'm like, holy crap, I can't even pronounce this word right here. What does this mean? And I'm like, shit,
Yeah, I've done a lot of reading live and a lot of stuff like that.
Right.
So I can read something and actively dictate it in my head before I say it.
Right, before it gets
and it took me a couple tries too, but and some of them after you do it for a while, the lady who types up the questions for her and her guy that make these questions up, you start to realize how they type stuff. Like,
right.
Because there's some questions that they typed out would just be worded really strange. You'd be like, I don't even understand.
I ran into a few where I just kind of re-shifted things around to make it make sense to people.
Yeah.
Twinkie did, and this was I don't know. I don't know if this is borderline CPS stuff or what the hell's going on. But I formed a bar trivia team with a 6-year-old the other night.
Oh yeah.
And
dude, I'm glad that trivia's taken off.
Me and Brittany and little Crystal did bar trivia at the Needle.
Did you guys win?
We got fourth.
Not at all.
But at one point, one of the questions
What was your team name?
Oh, we originally wanted to be, what was it?
I don't remember.
It was going to be some really strange thing, but in the end, Crystal was just like, we wanted to be Jiggy Jag. Team Jiggy Jag.
That was my
Because she just really loved saying the name, I think. So we had this team, and at one point, Twinkie reads this question, and it was something about basketball teams that in the NHL. Name 4 teams that are like the Los Angeles Lakers that have played, I guess, at multiple spots or whatever. And so it was like New Jersey Devils and like a few others, and everybody in the bar was like, "What? What is this? How does?" And Twinkie was like, "I can't tell you until
afterwards."
Until after. So
yeah,
he had to explain. The question after
it was a DJ or an announcer and
It
stuff
meant
like that, you
like-
don't get feedback like that. But in trivia, you have to have a back a little, because people will try to argue with you or try to pick apart the question. And you're like, I don't make the questions, man.
I'm just reading it.
Yeah. You either got the right answer or the wrong one, man. Let me know.
Really, what the question meant was that it started with the same sound. The first word started with the same sound, and the second word started with the same sound.
So like Los Angeles Lakers, and then there
Boston Brewers, and I don't even
the same
remember
vowel
the
sounds
others.
for both words. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like, the hell is this?
Yeah.
So,
but that's what we were talking about. Sometimes you have to read. You'll just sight read the question, and then you'll have to make sure it makes sense. And if it doesn't, you'll have to word it that way that it does make sense. Yeah.
Well, we want to wrap it up here on our special edition of iHeartRadio. I know that Pena's got signature sound things that he has to go do today, and Burgess, God knows what you're doing today, but you're just
gonna go home and sand some guitars. We're gonna start guitars.
Hey, tell. I don't know if Pena knows about that. Tell about
I've
the.
kind of seen some of it on Facebook that you're talking about it.
We're gonna start building guitars, and it's not so much to sell them for. I mean, I want the guitars to pay for themselves, but we're gonna get kids who have old beat up guitars and need new guitars, and they'll be able to trade their old guitar in for a brand new one.
Dude, that's awesome.
Or I'm gonna make a Superman themed guitar for Chris.
Smallville?
Yeah, to give away at Smallville. I mean, I'm gonna give it to him, and he can do what he wants with it. Yeah. So we're gonna do that do it for some of the concerts for the cost stuff, and we're just gonna select every couple months we'll have a guitar that we'll donate to a cause, and also make like Les Paul body style guitars and Hall of Jazz body guitars. I know how to make all those. I come from a family of carpenters, and actually the last one I'm just now learning how to make acoustics. Those are the harder ones.
Yeah, right.
But they're kind of like the jazz hollow bodies, but we're gonna make those available for a middle class pocket. You'll be able to buy a Les Paul for $300 instead of $2,000.
Right. That's cool.
That's
I
cool.
like that idea.
Well, thanks to Adam Pena. Sorry about earlier with the shenanigans.
Like I said, they'll handle it like a pro. You were definitely in the owner's box.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Burgess, thank you for just swinging in. As always, thank you, sir. And Britannia, you provided nothing to this broadcast because you didn't want to be a co-host, so you're just on camera for like 5 seconds.
You're right. I did not contribute. There was no contribution.
Well, thanks to Adam Pena, Signature Sound, Burgess and Big City Sound, and Merrick and Vale for providing a distraction and some kind entertainment for Pena this afternoon. Yeah. And that is that. And thanks for listening. Check us out on iHeartRadio each and every week. And also, JiggyJaguar.com. That is that. We'll talk to you later.